We're talking this week about the fact that love is not jealous, and I think let's all be honest and own up here. I think we all suffer with jealousy from time to time. I certainly do, and I know many people who do because they tell me. But not all jealousy is wrong. God says He's a jealous God. He's jealous for our love and jealous for our affections. I heard these newlyweds went to a restaurant, and when a bright, attractive young waitress turned up, the husband smiled at her with some delight, and they chatted away a little bit, called her by name. And when she walked away, he was surprised that his wife looked so upset. And he said, "Well, what's wrong?" Well, she said, "I noticed how your eyes lit up when you talked to that waitress, and that hurt me." He said, "But it's my nature just to be friendly," and he couldn't understand it. But it did have a good ending because the husband took on board what she had said, trained his eyes, and, avoided that kind of situation again. And the reality is that God wants all of our affection. We've committed to love God with all our heart and all our soul. And I think He feels a little bit jealous when our attention and our love goes too much towards other things. So, jealousy is warranted at times. That wife, there was a warranted jealousy. It was fair enough. And so not all jealousy is wrong. But jealousy arises in the most unexpected places. It can be in a small group. It can be in your workplace, school, sports team, even a group of friends. There can be jealousy among friends, and even in the home. Amazing how jealous brothers and sisters can be of one another, or even a husband and a wife jealous of each other. I know no one's really surprised at that because I think we all think underneath, I know exactly what you're talking about. What about playing games at home? I mean, Scrabble. I don't know what the game people play. It can end up in World War III. Why? Because some people hate to lose, even by the person that they love dearly. So much jealousy even within the home. But we need to be careful with jealousy because it manifests in ugly ways. It can start harmless, like Joseph's brothers. They didn't like his dream of being a leader. Maybe teased him a bit, seemed harmless enough, but then it went further and further. Genesis 37:11, and his brothers envied him. But his father kept the matter in mind. The next thing, what happens? They're throwing him into a pit to die. He ends up in Egypt, away from his family. His father lives in total grief, thinking that his son has died. All this as a result of jealousy. Jealousy unchecked can be a dangerous thing. Imagine you're at work and you notice a little flame in the corner by the curtains. Nothing too serious, not an inferno, just a little flicker. What would you do? Well, you could easily think, well, what harm can this little fire do? But we all know that you know the danger of that little fire. So you go out there and put it out immediately and instantly. You do something about it. Because left unchecked, you could lose the whole office, the whole room, or wherever it is. You don't play with fire because it's deadly and destroys. Jealousy can be like a little fire. If we keep ignoring it and leaving it unchecked, it can lead to doing some things that are really not good, and the pathway can get worse and worse. And I think we see this played out in society so much these days, that what was a small jealousy in the beginning ends up in the person doing some horrendous and terrible things. Just like Saul did to David, chasing him with a javelin. Now, we're not going to throw javelins at people, but we can throw words at people. We can say things that are just as harmful, just like Joseph's brothers. The jealousy was not checked, and it led to very harmful results. If we sense jealousy in our hearts, let's ask God to help us to deal with it and certainly not let it get out of control.